So I've learned this new method on how to work with integers, and I wanted to show you. We call it the scoreboard method, and we're going to be looking at number 7. Most students are familiar with the scoreboard, and luckily we're the Panthers, and that P also stands for positive. And then we are playing the nobodies, or also known as the negatives. When we read this question here, we've got 71 plus a negative 43 minus 13. Now, depending on what grade level you teach, your students may come to you already knowing something about integers. For my students, they would know that that's a 71, and because it's positive, that belongs to the Panther side or the positive side of the scoreboard. Also, they would know that this is a negative 43 because of that negative sign in front of it. So that would mean that 43 points goes to the negatives or the nobodies. And then this is where they might have a little bit of trouble. Typically, I tell the kids that the sign that sits in front of your number is the sign that belongs to it. So I would circle that together. Or I would simply say, okay, looking at that negative 43 and then looking at that 13, it doesn't look any different. And so even though they want to call it a minus, that is a negative 13, and that belongs to this nobody side. So if this was really a scoreboard, we would need to add up all the total points that the negatives won. So we'd add first. 3 and 3 is 6, 4 and 1 is 5, which means the nobodies or the negatives got 56 points, while the Panthers or the positives got 71. So who wins the game? And you'd say, well, the Panthers win, so I know my answer is going to be positive. And then, of course, everybody wants to know, well, how many did you win by? So that's where the subtraction comes in. Your 71 minus your 56. Okay, we would borrow. 11 minus 6 is 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. And that leaves me with a positive 15 for that answer.